From Monan Park at BC High in Boston, Mass. This is Game 2 of the 2022 Park League Championship Series on LSP. Tonight it's the Boston A's and the EI Braves in Game 2 with the A's leading the best-of-7 series 1-0. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring the play-by-play story. Glad to be back covering Park League baseball again. Thanks to Walter Benson of the Park League for having me in tonight. The A's erased a early 3-0 deficit in last night's Game 1 with 2 runs in the third, 2 runs in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth, then hung on after the Braves got to within 1 in the bottom of the seventh and held on for the win with Tommy Linane with the 2-run bomb in the fourth that gave the A's the lead, and then one more run in the fifth ended up being the difference. And these teams, the top two teams, the Park League standings this year, the Braves in first place at 22-6, and the Athletics at 21-7 in second place. Braves in white, they wore the black jerseys last night, and it'll be the A's in green, as one would expect, and leading things off for the A's will be the left fielder, Ryan Patrone. Patrone in the regular season batted .277 with 1 double, 2 triples, 1 homer, 9 RBIs, and 12 steals in 15 attempts. First pitch at 7:49 is into right field for a base hit. First pitch swinging, and Patrone is aboard. Starting pitcher tonight for the EI Braves is Jimmy Hodgson. And we'll give you the rest of the A's lineup in just a second. But first, here is the number 2 hitter for the A's, the center fielder, Alex Wong. And that is taken for strike 1. Wong, .324 hitter with a .1042 OPS, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers, 20 RBIs. And that will not go far enough for Patrone to advance, and the count evens at 1. So it's Patrone in left, Wong in center. P.J. Brown is the pitcher. He's batting third. He's also in the DH slot. James Katsarobis is at second in the cleanup slot. Then it's Chris DiGiacomo in right, as that's down and away for ball 2. Derek Pizarro at short, Tommy Linane at third, Ryan Mcgowan and Conran at first, and Michael Donahoe rounding out the lineup behind the plate for the A's. Game 3 tomorrow night, scheduled for tomorrow night anyways, back here at Monan Park, although there is rain in the forecast in Boston for much of the day. Game 4 scheduled to be played at Townfield in Dorchester. We'll see if that holds up. If Game 3 gets postponed, this is dying quickly into center field, but it will end up being caught by the Braves center fielder Alex Haslam for out number 1. So the first out of the ball game, and here is P.J. Brown. Brown at the plate, get this for a stat line. .320 batting average, .1069 OPS, 1 double, 7 triples, 2 homers, and 28 RBIs, as the throw over to first is not in time. Also was 8 for 8 in stolen base attempts. Not a throw over to first. But another thing about Alex Wong, I mentioned he had the .1042 OPS. That was bumped up by being hit by 10 pitches over the course of the season, which accounts for a fourth of the A's team total. A snap throw down to first, and I don't know if you could really call that a snap throw. It's kind of lobbed over to first by the Braves catcher Joyce, but almost airmailed the first baseman Sears, but stayed in play. The 1-0 count to Brown is a strike, kind of a delayed call, but did look like a strike. But Joyce didn't hang on to it, had to go chase it, but no advance by Patrone. The count is 1-1. Throw over to first, and back safely again is Patron. 12-15 in stolen base attempts this season. He takes off. The pitch is grounded to the left side and through for a base hit. The shortstop went over to second to cover in case of a throw down and vacated the spot where he would have been able to turn an easy or at least start a 6-4-3 double play. And instead, it's first and third, nobody out. So here's the A's cleanup hitter, James Katsarobis. And Katsarobis will take a strike, 0-1. Katsarobis, 326, 1020 OPS, 1 double, 2 triples, 1 homer, 14 RBIs, 13 walks, to only 7 strikeouts. He'll hit this one the other way and foul, and the count will be 0-2. These outfield dimensions look familiar to you. There should be a reason for that. These are the exact dimensions of Fenway Park, including the triangle in deep center field and the short porch in right field, and the exact height of the Green Monster, in fact. 1-2 as that one's down and away. So you got good speed on the bases with Patron at third and Brown at first. And this will be grounded to the left side, third baseman to second for one, but it's bobbled. It pops off the second baseman's glove, and everybody's safe. A run is in, and it's 1-0 A's. And I misspoke when I said first and third, nobody. There was in fact one out already. So 1-0 A's. It's going to be a fielder's choice, E4 and an RBI. And this will be hit into right field off the bat of Krista Giacomo, and this will be caught in right. Tagging for third is Brown, and he will get there, and there are 2 out. Ball 1 to the shortstop, Derek Pizarro. A's hitter's not wasting any time in the count. Bluff off of first, and that pitch is down and away for ball 2. Pizarro, 355 with 3 doubles, 1 homer, 16 RBIs this season for the A's. 2-0 the count. And this will be grounded to the left side. Shortstop Scott, soft toss over to second. For the out that retires the side, A's get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and strand 2. And after half an inning, it is the A's 1, and the Braves coming up. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcast for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. All right, while the A's take the mound, led by P.J. Brown, who just was handed it, just partook in getting himself a 1-0 lead. Here's the Braves starting lineup. Alex Haslam is going to lead it off in center, followed by Steve Rizzuto at third. Hector Cascone is at short. Liam Sears is at first. Mike Smith is the DH. Kyle Halloran is at second. Tim Zupkis is in right. Alex Joyce is behind the plate, and Thomas Fisher rounds out the lineup in left. Brown's pitching stats on the season. In 5 appearances for the A's in the regular season, only pitched 8 innings, allowed 4 hits, no decisions, 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 walks, and 14 strikeouts. His only outing in the regular season of more than one, he had 3 outings of 1 inning, and his longest outing of the regular season was on July 28th against TJO. Went 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, allowed that 1 unearned run I mentioned, walked 2, and struck out 5. His first appearance of the postseason came against TJO 8 days ago, and he got the win in 6 innings, allowing 4 hits, no runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. And I needed to give you the pitching stats for the Brave starter, Jimmy Hodgson. So 1 second while I pull that up. And Hodgson on the season appeared in 9 games, was 6-2 with a 3 ERA in 42 innings, allowed 54 hits, 23 runs, 18 of which were earned, walked 8, and struck out 34. So here is Alex Haslam to lead things off for the Braves. Haslam, the center fielder, number 1 in the lineup, and on the back of his jersey, and he takes strike 1. Haslam takes just outside to even the count. Haslam in the regular season, 382 with a 1025 OPS, 1 double, 2 triples, 1 homer, 20 RBIs, 14 walks to 11 strikeouts, comes up empty, and it's 1-2. Was hit by 13 pitches and stole 10 bases in 11 attempts. 1-2 the count. Now to the Braves leadoff hitter, and he goes down swinging. 1 up, 1 down. First strikeout of the game for either side, and here is the Braves third baseman, Steve Rizzuto. Rizzuto in the regular season played only 11 games, but hit .515 with a 1740 OPS. 5 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. And he takes a strike to make it 0-1. And he'll foul that one off, and the count will be 0-2. All right. Rizzuto was 3 for 5 in 2 regular season games against the A's this year, with a double, 2 homers, and 3 RBIs and a walk. 1-2 the count. Two and 2. As that will just miss, and he's running full. Rizzuto had a hit in every game he played for the Braves in the regular season as he drives this one into right field, but that will be caught by the A's right fielder, Chris DiGiacomo. And it'll be 2 down. So here's the shortstop, Hector Casquone. As he takes strike 1. Hector in the regular season played in 17 games, batted .417, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 29 RBIs. And the count is even at 1. And this will be grounded up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop on to first. Derek Pizarro. What a play to secure a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for P.J. Brown. And after 1 complete, A's 1, Braves nothing. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So we go to the top of the second. It'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the A's. Tommy Linane, Ryan McGowan Conran, and Michael Donahoe due up. Hodgson back to work, and that one is low for ball one. Linane, the A's third baseman, .314 hitter in the regular season. Only one extra base hit, one double, and 9 RBIs. Count is 1-1. We'll hear a lot of that tonight. And roaring airplane engines, as we are very close to Logan Airport, this being basically South Boston and all. Leadoff single to begin the top of the second. For the A's, as Linane is aboard, and here's Ryan McGowan Conran. And be strike one. Ryan was a .213 hitter in the regular season with 3 doubles, 1 homer, and 13 RBIs. And the count will be 0-2. Down and away, 1-2. Be fouled into the screen next to the Braves dugout down the third base line. Hodgson made 2 appearances against the A's in the regular season, as this is into left field. Backing up is Fisher, and he makes the catch a few steps in front of the track for out number 1. So now the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Michael Donahoe. This will be down the third baseline and foul for strike 1. Down and in, the count will even at 1. So I had 2 lines of thought going here. So Hodgson's numbers in the regular season against the A's, he was 0-1 with a 6.52 ERA and 9 2/3 innings, allowed 19 hits, 12 runs, 9 of which were earned, walked 3, and struck out 6. 1-2 as that last pitch was fouled off. Donahoe in the regular season was a .275 hitter with 1 double, 1 triple, and 7 ribbies, but only walked 3 times compared to 13 strikeouts. As that'll be inside, and the count will be 2-2. A's were in the middle of the pack in the Park League. Diving catch by the first baseman, Sears. It'll go back to first for the double play. Well, what I was about to say was the A's were in the middle of the pack in the Park League in terms of stolen bases, and they tried a hit and run there, but it failed. And the double play ends the inning, and after a buck and a half, still 1-0 A's. This is Game 2 of the Park League Championship Series on LSP. The LSP store is open. Order a DVD of this game or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit lsp37.creator-spring.com for merchandise and email samfeelypvp@gmail.com for DVDs of most past LSP video broadcasts. So we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be the middle third of the order due up for the Braves. Liam Sears, Mike Smith, and Kyle Halloran. Sears, after that fantastic diving catch to secure an inning-ending double play, leads things off. Sears in the regular season batted .244 with 1 double, 3 homers, and 15 RBIs. And he's behind 0-1 to P.J. Brown. As this is hit off the end of the bat into right field, and that'll get down, and now it gets by the right fielder. Sears is on his way to second, now he's on his way to third, and he will have himself a triple. So the Braves, with their first base runner, have the tying run 90 feet away to lead off the bottom of the second, as that brings up the DH, Mike Smith. Smith batted .407 in the regular season with 3 doubles, 1 homer, and 20 RBIs. And he will come up empty for strike 1. And he'll hit that one off the end of the bat, but that'll go out of play. And the count will be 0-2. For Sears, Smith picks up the RBI. It's 1-1. So here's the second baseman, Kyle Halloran. But first, conference at the mound between Donahoe and Brown. Halloran played in 11 games the regular season for the Braves and hit .316 with 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 10 RBIs, and was 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts. Grounds one to the right side, could be 2 to the shortstop for 1. On to first, not in time, and even with an on-target throw, I think Halloran would have been safe. He's got decent speed, and it'll just be a 4-6 fielder's choice. And there's 1 out. So Smith is retired. Halloran at first, 1 out. Here's Tim Zupkis, the right fielder for the Braves. And Zupkis takes a low strike, 0-1. Zupkis batted .302 with 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 13 RBIs in 14 games, but also struck out 13 times in 53 plate appearances, 53 at-bats, and just 4 walks. 0-1 the count. Halloran leading off of first. And the pitch is outside, 1-1. Alex Joyce, the catcher, on deck for the Braves. This will be grounded to the left side, and they'll go to second for the force, and they didn't get him, and they didn't, oh, they did get Zupkis at first. Oh, man. Tough break for Zupkis. Probably would have been out if they just went straight to first without any question. But they tried to turn 2 and get the result, although with a little bit of a riled Braves bench now. And it's just high for ball 1. To Alex Joyce. So Halloran now at second. And Joyce will foul that one into the screen. 4 strike, 1 to even the count. Joyce batted .205 in the regular season with 3 doubles, 1 homer, and 8 RBIs. Also had 6 walks. As that is down and in for ball 2. Sure, the Braves would love to have first and second 1 out right now, but to settle with runner in scoring position 2 down, and a 2-1 count to Joyce. He comes up empty, and it'll be strike 2. Only 1 strikeout thus far this ball game. That was Haslam leading off the number 2. And he'll have to wait another one. That's fouled off. Joyce performed his best, actually, against these A's in the regular season. Was 3 for 9 with a double, a home run, and 2 RBIs in 3 games. And now he's worked it full. So, for a guy who batted .205 in the regular season, perfect time to match your regular season numbers against this opponent. This will be grounded to second, picked up there, on to first. And the side is retired, but the Braves even the game on the RBI single by Mike Smith. And after 2 complete, 1-1 our score between the Braves and the A's. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, LSP37. And, of course, subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Top of the third, it'll be the top third of the order, due up for the A's. Ryan Patron, Alex Wong, and P.J. Brown. Patron led off the ballgame with a single and came around to score. Back to work is Jimmy Hodgson. And that's on the inside corner for strike one. And that'll be low for ball one. Two and one. Close pitch, but Hodgson didn't get the call. Patron led the league in stolen bases this season with his 12. His count will even at 2-2 after that foul off. Right behind him is his opposite leadoff hitter, the Braves' Alex Haslam with 10, although he was tied with DePina of TJO for second. And I guess that hit him. I thought it was all the way behind him, and it looked like he may have even tipped off his bat, but it will instead be a hit by pitch, and Patron is on base for the second time. Patron got hit by 2 pitches in the regular season. Here's one guy who's no stranger to getting hit by pitches. Alex Wong hit by 10 in the regular season. Flew out to center his first time up for the first out of the ball game. A swing and a miss, and a pitch down and away. And the count will be 0-1 to the A's center fielder. Oh and 2. Mentioned the A's were in the middle of the pack in stolen bases. As say that, and runner takes off again. This one is fouled off. Amazing that almost half of their total came from the man on first, Patron, by himself. Patron also accounted for 3 of the 4 times A's base stealers were caught this year in the regular season. And time called by Wong. On deck is P.J. Brown. And it'll be fouled off. Still 0-2. 1-1 our score. A's with a run in the top of the first. Braves with a run in the bottom of the second. It's been a pitch to contact kind of game. That is outside for ball one. We only had 1 strikeout through the first 2 innings. That was of Haslam leading off the bottom of the first by Brown. 1-2. Runner goes. Pitch is hit into center field, and that will be caught by the center fielder. Throw back to first. Will they get him? Oh, the throw was offline. It was kind of weak, and then it short hopped to first base, and by the time the first baseman, Sears, could haul it in, Patron was back to first safely, but nearly another double play turned by the Braves. Tough break there for Haslam. But here is P.J. Brown. He singled his first time up. A's try and hit and run quite a bit tonight. Brown singled back in the first, but then was stranded at third. Throw over to first and back safely. Thrown off of first. And a swing and a miss. Seen a whole lot of swings and misses tonight from A's batters, but the count is 1-1. Game 3 tomorrow night, as I mentioned. Scheduled for tomorrow night here at Monan Park. Weather permitting, rain in the forecast tomorrow. Game 4 is scheduled for Thursday at Town Field in Dorchester. As that'll be a stolen base for Petrone, and now he's going to take off for third after the throw got into right center field. One and two the count. And the A's looking to take the lead if they can, Brown can get another base knock. Hodgson comes set. And the pitch. Low for ball 2. Game 4 Thursday, scheduled for Town Field in Dorchester. Great place to hit if you're a lefty, as many of the A's batters are. Games 5, 6, and 7, all if necessary, will be back at Monan Park here next Monday through next Wednesday. LSP scheduled to have coverage of tomorrow night's Game 3. Game 4, if it is at Town Field, will not be on LSP. Just did a scouting trip over there earlier today. It doesn't look like I can set up my stuff there, alas. So Game 4, hopefully the Braves can pick up the slack. They had the broadcast last night, and see what happens with Games 5, 6, and 7 if necessary, as will be popped up, fouling out of play. Full count to P.J. Brown with James Katsarobis on deck. Infield, the left side of the infield is in. The right side of the infield, not so much. As this will be grounded up the middle, and the infield was in, and then the shortstop, Mcgowan, decided to go to first anyway, and that'll bring home Petrone, and the A's reclaim the lead at 2-1. So base is empty, 2 out, RBI for Brown. As this is hit into center field by Katsarobis, and camping under it is Haslam for the out that retires the side. 1 run, no hits, one error, and nobody left. And after 2.5, A's 2, Braves 1. This is Game 2 of the 2022 Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcasts for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for the Braves: Thomas Fisher, Alex Haslam, and Steve Rizzuto. Fisher, the left fielder, will complete the first trip through the order for P.J. Brown, and that is down in for ball one to the Braves left fielder. One and one as that's fouled into the backstop. Fisher in the regular season batted .333 with 3 doubles and 5 RBIs and was 4 for 4 in stolen base attempts as that catches the outside corner, and the count will be 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. And Brown with a nice fastball picks up his second strikeout. And the lineup turns over for his first strikeout. Victim, the center fielder, Alex Haslam. And that'll be on the outside corner for strike one to Haslam. Just missed. Ball one. Haslam this season against the A's played in 3 games and was hitless, 0 for 7, but did draw 3 walks. He is behind 1 and 2. And on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brown. Haslam goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. And it'll be up to the third baseman, Steve Rizzuto, to keep the line moving. Rizzuto flew out to right his first time up. As that is down the right field line, but foul. For strike one. Well, that is the short porch Pesky's pull down there. Same dimensions and everything. Up and away for ball one. Ball two. Rizzuto, in the 2 games he played against the A's this year, all 3 of his hits were for extra bases, a double and 2 homers. He comes up empty there. And the count will be 2 and 2. And it'll be fouled off. Rizzuto in his first year with the Braves. Rizzuto trying to keep the line moving. Hector Casquone on deck as the count is run full, 3 and 2. And up and away for ball 4. And a 2-out base runner for the Braves, which to this point has been the only 1-2-3 inning for either side. Hodgson did face the minimum in the top of the second, but Linane did lead off that inning with a single. And that is on the outside corner for strike 1. Cascone, 417 hitter, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 29 RBIs in the regular season. And it'll be fouled off, and the count will be 0-2. Cascone was 4 for 11 in the regular season with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs in 3 games against the A's. And that's some fine numbers, but it's one of the teams he actually fared the worst against this year in the Park League. Against the likes of the Blue Jays, he was 3 for 7 with 2 triples and 4 RBIs. Had 7 RBIs in 2 games against ADSL. And a little broken back grounder to the right side, snapped up at first by the first baseman, Mcgowan, Conran, and on to first for the out. That retires the side. Nothing comes of the 2-out walk after 3 complete. Still 2-1 A's. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates are just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. And for those of you who are return viewers to LSP and you're wondering where's localsportsproductions.com, where's Sam at localsportsproductions.com for your email address. I'm sure Walt was wondering the same thing because he was... Walter Benson was wondering the same thing because he said he emailed me the rosters and everything before the game, but they're not in the only email address I have access to right now, which is the Gmail address you just saw. How much time do you have? For those of you who are unaware, between February and April this year, I spent the better part of 6 weeks in 4 hospitals in 2 states, culminating in me being needed to be airlifted to MGH for a pacemaker because of a heart block. I'm 34 years old, okay? I was born with a congenital heart defect, but, you know, anyways, and basically, there's so many more layers to that story and the ripple effects from that. But the way that impacts the Local Sports Productions website and email account, as that's ball 1 to Chris DiGiacomo, is that while I was hospitalized, I let my web hosting subscription lapse, and so I got to get that started up again. But we'll do that as soon as we can, and then you can start emailing me your questions, comments, and howls of outrage to the proper LSP email address. All right, 2-1 the count. To DiGiacomo, who flew out to write his first time up in the first. And how was your winter? All right. This will be ground to the right side, but it'll be handled in foul territory by Sears, and the count will move to 2-2. If you want to, I mean, basically, you know, I fought like hell to get back here, and after this was the main impetus, but not the whole reason for, you know, me and my girlfriend moving back to Massachusetts after living in New York for 2 years, and you know, I fought like hell to come back to where I belong, and I know who I am. This whole ordeal's reminded me who I am, and I've basically looked at it like this. God has let me live another day, and I'm about to make it everybody's problem. 2-2. Popped up left side into foul territory, and it will be caught by the third baseman Rizzuto for out number 1. So 4 in a row set down by Hodgson, as here is Derek Pizarro, who grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up to end the first, and he pops this one up into shallow right. Camping under it is Halloran, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So let's see what Tommy Linane can do, or will the A's go down for the 1-2-3 for the first time? Linane singled leading off the second, but ended up being doubled off after that fantastic catch at first by Sears to end the top of the second. As he hits this one into left field, and it is off the mesh monster, but it ricochets right back to the left fielder, Fisher. And having to be held to another single is Linane. So here is Ryan McGowan Conran. Flew out to left his first time up, and now he's going to pop it to the left side again. But that will get out of play for strike 1. So 4 hits for the A's thus far, all of them singles. Only extra base hit thus far was the leadoff triple in the second by Sears for the Braves. 0-2. Two on our score, top of the fourth. 0-2 the count, 2 out. Runner at first, Linane. Michael Donahoe on deck if we get that far. And the pitch from Hodgson. This will be into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Linane is on his way to third, and it'll be first and third, 2 out. So there is hit number 5 for the A's. Again, all of them singles to this point. And can Donahoe capitalize with a runner at third and 2 outs? Lined into that double play to end the second. And he takes a low strike, and kind of a late call at that. Oh and 1. On the outside corner, strike 2. A's looking to take a commanding 2-0 series lead in this best-of-7 Park League Championship Series. Runner takes off for second, and it is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called, and the side is retired. Hodgson finally picks up his first strikeout, and he does it with 2 on and 2 out. After 3.5, we're halfway home. It is still the A's 2 and the Braves 1. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Order a DVD of this game or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and more. Visit lsp37.creator-spring.com for merchandise and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and it will be the heart of the order due out for the Braves. The 3, 4, and 5, the middle third of the order. Sears, Smith, and Halloran. One and one the count to Sears, who tripled and scored the Braves' only run thus far back in the second, as that'll be popped up to the right side. Foul and out of play for strike two. And that'll be in there for a strike three called. Strikeout number 4 for P.J. Brown. Third in the last 2 innings. And one down for Mike Smith, the DH. A swing and a miss. 4 strike 1 to Smith, who singled home Sears. Back in the second, the count will be 1-1. 2-1. A grounder to the left side. Another diving stop by Pizarro. Oh, no, the first baseman. Oh, the first baseman, Mcgowan, couldn't hang on to it. And it's going to be an infield single, but wow. Derek Pizarro putting on a defensive clinic over there on the left side. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get it to Mcgowan in time, and it'll be strike 1 to Kyle Halloran. Reach on a fielder's choice, his first time up in the second. And it'll come up empty for strike 2. Derek Pizarro, wow. First the Casquone play. And that's on the inside corner for strike 3 called. Last 3 strikeouts for Brown have all been called third strikes. He's got 5 now after 1 through the first 2 innings. And that'll bring up Tim Zupkis, the right fielder. Zupkis grounded out to second his first time up in the second. Oh. And that is knocked down at first by the first baseman, Mcgowan, making up for the failed scoop at first on the throw earlier by Pizarro. The side is retired. Still 2-1 A's after 4 complete. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. Hi, folks. Sorry for the continued muted commentaries. This is into right field, and this will be hauled in on the run by the right fielder Zupkis for out number 1, as Ryan Patrone is retired for the first time tonight. I think the Braves might have batted out of order. Because Joyce was the last out there, right? Because there was only one base runner that inning. It was Smith with the single, right? And Sears led off the inning with a strikeout. Then Halloran struck out, right? So between Halloran and Joyce is Zupkis. So I don't think Zupkis didn't bat, and he wasn't intentionally walked or anything. So I mean, I can go back on my replay and look, but I don't think I missed anything, and I think they just batted out of, might have, clearly. 0-2 the count to Alex Wong, who is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center. I'm just gonna have to see. I mean, obviously it obviously didn't end up costing the A's, but like still, as that's low for ball 1. Yeah. You go back. You can rewind the YouTube. Just make sure I didn't miss anything, okay? As this is lined up the middle and cut off by the shortstop. Casquone on to first, and the head first slide at first never works for Oaks. It doesn't work in the show, and it doesn't work in real life. 2 down. Inside for ball 1 to P.J. Brown, who is 1 for 2, singled in the first, had an RBI ground out in the third. Upstairs for ball 2. Farina, 3-0, yeah. 34, 17 singled, right? Yep, and then is Joyce the next batter? 16, Joyce. And that'll actually be ball 4. Wow, that looked good. Yep. All right. And Zupkis wasn't signaled over to first. Nope. Apparently they did. Unless. No. Throw down to second, and in time, in safely rather, is Brown. One and one the count to Katsarobis. We're still playing Inspector Clouseau over here, but not 1 and 2. 2 and 1 the count to Katsarobis. Had the RBI fielder's choice in the first and flew out to center in the third. And he lines this one down the left field line, but foul, and the count will be 2 and 2. Oh, I have no idea what's a bonus strike anymore. Full count. So what I'm saying is they skipped Zupkis. Because Zupkis is the 7-hole hitter, right? Because the lineup I was given had the bottom 3 hitters are Zupkis, Joyce, Fisher. And went from Halloran straight to Joyce. Fouled off. God. Meanwhile, Elliot Ness and his Untouchables search for Al Capone's hideout. Stay tuned for partial excitement. 3-2 once again. This is what I missed. Oh, God. Ball for that was definitely up and in. That one I can live with being a ball, but I don't know. Back-to-back two-out walks as Katsarobis reaches, and now here's Krista Giacomo. Flew out to right in the first, popped up to third, leading off the fourth. And that'll be strike one. Yes. Yeah, the lineup I was sent had Joyce ahead of Zupkis. Okay. Again, questions, comments, howls of outrage, emphasis on the latter. Oh, God. Again, this is the lineup. Zupkis, this one has Zupkis ahead of Joyce. This one has Joyce ahead of Zupkis. Okay, well, typos, whatever. All right, well, we know what we're doing now. Now, please don't sub in for... Oh, this is up the middle, and they'll get through for a base hit. Being waved around third is Brown, and he will score, and the A's extend it to a 3-1 lead. See, I told you there would be an explosive payoff for this detective story, right? God, who needs a Better Call Saul finale last night? 3-1 our score. Yeah. It's it says yeah. It says you have. Whoa, oh God. So Brown scores RBI single for DiGiacomo, and that is going to do it for Jimmy Hodgson. As DiGiacomo picks up his first hit of the ball game. Okay. So, in reality, Joyce now 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a ground out to first, and it'll be Zupkis leading off the bottom of the fifth, and we're going to have a pitching change, and it will be Curtis Beatrice, it looks like, taking the mound for the EI Braves. So Jimmy Hodgson departs after 4 2/3, allows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 1, 2, 2 walks, 1 hit batsman, and did not throw a wild pitch. is still responsible for the 2 runners on base, having allowed 3 runs thus far. And actually, that one of the 3 runs he's allowed thus far is unearned because Patron got to third on the stolen base. Got to third out on an error after the stolen base after he got hit by a pitch leading off the third. So Hodgson, 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 1 hit batsman, and just 1 single solitary strikeout. And he gives way to Beatrice. Curtis Beatrice, 6 games in the regular season for the Braves, 11 1/3 innings, and a 3.71 ERA, allowed 18 hits, 8 runs, 6 of which were earned, walked 9 and struck out 8, and also hit 2 batters. In the regular season, he did not face the A's. So Derek Pizarro, who has turned in some fine efforts defensively tonight, looking to break through offensively with 2 on and 2 out. He was 0 for 2 against Hodgson. Fielder's choice in the first, pop up to second. In the fourth, he's behind 0 and 1. And he's quickly behind 0 and 2 after 2 straight foul-offs. Beatrice comes set. And this will be dribbled foul again. Katsarobis at second. DiGiacomo at first. Hodgson got the first 2 batters of this inning on a Patron on a fly out to right, and Wong on a ground out to short. Then Brown walked, stole second, and Katsarobis walked, and then DiGiacomo singled home Brown. Now Pizarro takes ball 1. And this will be dribbled down the third base line again, but foul. Don't see a whole lot of submariners at this level of baseball. Beatrice trying to put Pizarro away and strand 2 runners. As this will be fouled off. And all the pitches that weren't that ball have been fouls by Pizarro. Trying to get some more insurance for the A's. But he comes up empty. And the side is retired. The A's do extend their lead by 1 with a RBI single by Chris DiGiacomo after 4.5, 3-1 A's. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, once it's back up, of course, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi. PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, I should say, LSP37, and, of course, subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So here we go to the bottom of the fifth. It'll be Tim Zupkis, for reals this time, Thomas Fisher, and Alex Haslam due up. And P.J. Brown back out there, delivers ball one. Zupkis grounded out to second, his first time up. And, oh, maybe it's not Tim Zupkis. Looks like we have a pinch hitter. Well, Zupkis is 13, huh? Oh, never mind. All right. 1 and 2 the count. Yeah, it is Zupkis. Is it? It is, right? Oh, God. That's what happens when people don't tell me things. I don't have a spotter.
No, because this is bottom.
Yeah.
Because Haslam's the leadoff guy. He's on deck.
Well, no, but Joyce was number 7 hitter. So Zupkis, now Fisher, and then Haslam. Okay, so 1 down. Thomas Fisher into left field and caught. So the bottom 4 hitters in the Braves order, a combined 0 for 8. And the lineup turns over for Haslam. And we'll look to avoid the hat trick as he is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Ball 1 to Haslam. In the top of the 6th, the A's will have Tommy Linane, Ryan McGowan, Conran, and Michael Donahoe due up. Inside corner for strike 1. Bottom third of the order due up in the top of the 6th for the A's. And this will be grounded to the left side. Picked up there by Linane. A 1-2-3 inning for P.J. Brown. We are through 5. And it is still 3-1 A's. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcasts for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Top of the 6th, it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the A's. Tommy Linane, Ryan McGowan Conran, and Michael Donahoe. Linane, 2 for 2 in the number 7 hole with 2 singles. Pizarro on strikes to end the top of the 5th, and he gets that one on the outside corner for strike 1. Ed, how you doing? I'm sorry? I'm still alive, barely. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's the fact that I'm even alive is why I'm back. I'll explain later. Don't want to depress the viewers with telling my story all over again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Tommy Lanane. 1 up, 1 down. Here is Ryan Mcgowan Conran, 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th inning. It's a comebacker right to the pitcher, Beatrice, on to first, 2 down. And Michael Donahoe will try to get on base for the first time tonight. He's 0 for 2. Line to that double play to end the 2nd. And struck out looking to end the 4th. And he hits this one the other way and foul for strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the Braves will have Steve Rizzuto, Hector Casquone, and Liam Sears due up, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Swing and a miss, and the count 0-2. Fouled off. Leadoff man Ryan Patrone on deck. If Donahoe can become the first base runner against the reliever Beatrice. Inside. 1-2. And this will be grounded right back to Beatrice again. Underhands to first. A 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-1 A's. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email Sam at samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Even as I get back into the rhythm of doing my old reads, I'm still tempted to list off an email address that I don't have access to right now. Bottom of the 6th, it'll be Rizzuto, Casquone, and Sears due up for the Braves down to their final 6 outs of Game 2 as P.J. Brown goes back to work. Brown has allowed 1 hit since the 2nd inning. And that'll be on the outside corner for strike 1. Rizzuto reached on a walk with 2 outs in the 3rd and is so far the only walk Brown is issued as this is into right center field, now to right field, and coming in to make the catch is DiGiacomo for out number 1. So for the second time tonight, Rizzuto flies out to right, and he is now 0 for 2. Here is Casquone. Pair of groundouts to short in the first and to first in the third. This will be fouled off for strike 1. It's now 6 in a row retired by Brown, dating back to Smith's single with 1 out in the 4th. And 8 of the last 9 retired. That'll be popped up. Someone in the bleachers to my left trying to throw off the second baseman, Katsarobis, but he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And it'll be up to Liam Sears, who has the only extra base hit by either side tonight. A triple leading off the second, which eventually led to him scoring thus far the only Braves run. Ball 1. In the top of the 7th, it'll be the top third of the order due up for the A's. Patron, Wong, and Brown. 2-0. Interesting to see if a side armor like Beatrice can go for 2 1/3 if he even starts next inning. Does appear to be action warming down the right field line for the A's. Don't see anyone warming for the Braves right now, as it is 2-1 to Sears. And now it's 2-2. Brown, who didn't pitch more than 3 innings in any game of the regular season, looking to cap off another 6-inning effort in the postseason. 2-2. Grounded to the left side, but a foul ball. Had 6 shutout innings, only 4 hits allowed against TJO in the semis. Now he's allowed 6 hits. Right now he's gone 5 2/3 innings and has allowed just 3 hits and 1 walk with 1 run. Way up and away, and the count will be full. It's a lefty warming down there for the A's. So with Smith due up, I don't know how much of a difference a pitching change would make just in terms of the matchup. Just get the fresh arm noodle out there. But at the same time, Brown's slot, with him being the pitcher and batting, is due up third. So you got to figure, unless he gets real deep into it, he's going to finish this inning. Three-two once again. Popped up. Fouling out of play. Well, Sears trying to wear down Brown into possibly forcing him into a mistake, and then maybe forcing the wheels to grind in that first base dugout. And it's ball 4. So Sears aboard for the second time. In possible decision time for the A's. Donahoe right now going out to have a word with Brown by his lonesome, but Smith comes to the plate as the tying run. Smith drove in Sears back in the second for what was then the tying run. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a first pitch changeup Got a feeble swing and miss for strike one. This will be ground to the left side, past the third baseman, and Pizarro, well, I'm sure he thought about some defensive heroics, but he's going to have to eat it. It is now first and second, 2 out, as Smith, who was nearly robbed of a base hit by Pizarro last time, is now 3 for 3. And well, this wouldn't force a pitching change. This is the first mound visit by the coaching staff. So Kyle Halloran comes to the plate as a go-ahead run. 316 hitter with 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 10 RBIs on the regular season. And we're going to have a pinch runner at first for Smith. And it's going to be Mariano Jimenez over at first. Halloran against the A's, actually did not play against the A's in the regular season. Jimenez 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts, by the way, in the regular season. Obviously not a stolen base situation right now with second occupied, but in case you want to judge of his speed, as that's strike one to Halloran, who is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice in the second and struck out looking in the fourth. Up and away, ball one. The tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate, and this could be the difference between a 2-0 A's series lead or a 1-1 series. This will be a little slow roller to short. It's offline. In to score is Sears. Jimenez to third. It's a single for Halloran. He was going to beat it out. It was hit too slowly, and he's too quick. So it's first and third. 3-2. And here is Alex Joyce. 2 groundouts. That is down the right field line, going into foul territory and out of play. Oh, good old pesky ball home run. The opposite way, maybe, but not quite. It's 0-1 to Joyce. So you have Jimenez at third, representing the tying run. Halloran, the go-ahead run at first. It's now 0-2. And that bounces away. Here comes Jimenez. This game is tied. Well, oh, wait a minute. This might not be a tie ball game because Joyce threw the bat away. I think he got hit. So if he got hit, then no run scores, and it's bases loaded. And then that would give the A's another chance to get out of this with the lead intact. Oh, man. Oh, God. All right, the run scores. It was a wild pitch. So 1-2 the count. Halloran now at second. Jimenez scores, and a foul. Joyce, 205 hitter with 3 doubles and 1 homer in the 3 doubles, 1 homer, 8 RBIs in the regular season, and he just stays alive again. With that 1 homer coming against these A's. We're back to where we started, as is a pop-up on the infield. And Pizarro makes the catch, but the Braves come back to tie it. 2 runs after the first 2 in the inning were retired. After 6, 3-3 between the A's and Braves in Game 2, the 2022 Park League Championship Series here on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Order a DVD of this game or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. LSP37.creatorspring.com for merchandise, and email samfiedleyppp@gmail.com to order a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts. So it'll be the top third of the order due up for the A's as they try to reclaim the lead. Second time we've been tied tonight. A's led 1-0 after 1.5. Braves tied it in the bottom of the second. And runs by the A's in the third and the fifth. And they were 4 outs away, 4 defensive outs away from a 2-0 series lead, but the Braves finally broke through on P.J. Brown, and we are back to where we started. 3-3 in the 7th, as this is into center field, and Haslam makes the catch for out number 1, retiring Ryan Patrone, who is now 1 for 3 after scoring the first 2 runs for the A's in the first and the third after singling and being hit by a pitch. He flew out to right back in the 5th. Alex Wong, the center fielder, 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts to center and a ground out to short. And that is up and away for ball 1 as Beatrice begins inning number 7. Took over for Hodgson when the game was possibly on the brink of getting out of hand for the Braves. Retired Pizarro on a strikeout and has retired every man he's faced thus far. First 2 were strikeouts. Next 2 batters were comebackers. He's back at the count at 2-1 to Wong. Braves tying it in the bottom of the 6th. First 2 were retired as this is grounded down the first baseline foul. And then a walk to Sears. Started to show some cracks in P.J. Brown, but he stayed in. But then Smith singled. Mariano Jimenez pinch ran for Smith. And a Halloran single and a wild pitch tied the game. Brown was able to finish the inning with the game still tied, but no one is in the on-deck. I was looking at the wrong on-deck circle. My mistake. And that hit him. 2-strike count, and it hit him. So Brown will bat for himself. As Wong reaches base for the first time tonight. And Brown's had a good night offensively. Singled in the first, grounded out to short in the third, walked, stole second, and scored in the fifth. And he takes strike one. Again, A's were 4 defensive outs away from a 2-0 series lead, and now they got to try and get it back here in the top of the 7th as Brown comes up empty. 0-2. A's batters have only struck out 3 times tonight, and 2 of them have been by this man, Beatrice. Only 1 strikeout for Hodgson in 4 2/3. As that is on the outside court for strike 3, called through down to second. He got him. It's a strike him out, throw him out double play, and the Braves can walk it off as we go to the bottom of the 7th, still 3-3. This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi LSP37, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 8-9-1 due up for the Braves. Zupkis, Fisher, and Haslam, and look who is back on the mound for the A's. P.J. Brown. Thought for sure you would see a new bat. I understood Brown batting for himself with him being in the number 3 slot, but to pitch the bottom of the 7th, I thought we would have seen a change after that rough bottom of the 6th. And I believe we have a pinch hitter here for Zupkis. Looks like Andrew Lindquist, as that's strike 1. And Lindquist, good bat to have off the bench, I would say. As he grounds this one to the right side. And on to first for out number 1. Lindquist in the regular season in 16 games batted .500 with a .1294 OPS. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 13 RBIs, but has but a mere ground out to show for it tonight. And that'll be out number 1. Oh, wrong one. So Lindquist retired, and here is another pinch hitter. I guess it's still Fisher, right? Strike 2. Let's make sure of that. No, it's not. I don't know. Fouled off. One and two. Yeah, it is Tommy. It is Fisher. And Fisher grounds this one to short. Pizarro on to first. 2 down. So Fisher 0 for 2, and the lineup turns over for Alex Haslam. Now would be a good time for his first time on base of the game. Haslam struck out his first 2 times and grounded out to third to end the 5th. And that'll be on the outside corner for strike 1. If we get to the top of the 8th, it'll be the middle third of the order due up for the A's. Katsarobis, DiGiacomo, and Pizarro. As this will be popped up. Speaking of Katsarobis, he makes the catch. Bonus baseball it is. We go to the top of the 8th, 3-3. A's and the Braves in Game 2 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcast for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Top of the 8th, Katsarobis, who just secured the final out of the 7th inning. Leads off and takes ball 1 as we begin extra innings. And takes just upstairs, ball 2. Katsarobis is 0 for 2, grounded into a fielder's choice in the first and flew out to center in the third and then walked in the 5th. Fouls that one off. And Beatrice still out there. Back of the count at 2-1. Katsarobis, DiGiacomo, and Pizarro due up. And if anybody gets on, Tommy Linane. And a swing and a miss. And the count will be 2-2. Braves coming back to tie it. As as that is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is strikeout number 4 by Beatrice for out number 1 at the top of the 8th. Here's Chris DiGiacomo. Braves came back to tie it in the bottom of the 6th after the first 2 were retired in that inning. Walk, single, wild pitch brought home the 2 tying runs against P.J. Brown. DiGiacomo 1 for 3, fly out to right in the first, pop up to third in the 4th, and the shortstop Casquone secures that one for out number 2. He's now 1 for 4 after he singled and drove home the 3rd A's run back in the 5th. So here is Derek Pizarro. Great game defensively, but hoping to break into the hit column, and with the third baseman playing way back, tries to bunt his way on and fouls it off for strike 1. In the bottom of the 8th, the Braves will have Rizzuto, Casquone, and Sears, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up. Pizarro and Donahoe are the only A's batters who have yet to reach tonight, as Pizarro is now behind 0-2. Pizarro was the first batter Beatrice faced, with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 5th, and Beatrice struck him out. To end that threat, kept the Braves in it. Oh, had him terribly fooled. That pitch was way outside, lucky to get a piece of it and stay alive at still 0-2. Linane on deck. He's the only A's player with multiple hits tonight. Remember, all the A's hits tonight are singles. Pizarro into left. Off the mesh monster. Well, there's the first A's extra base hit. It's a double with 2 outs. So here is Linane. 2 for 3. 2 singles against Hodgson. Struck out his first time against Beatrice, leading off the 6th. And he'll take strike 1. Linane had a 2-run home run in the 4th to give the A's a 4-3 lead last night. And he'll foul that one off. 0-2. Pizarro turned an 0-2 count into a double. He's in scoring position as the go-ahead run. Linane, 2 singles tonight. Trying to pick up his 3rd hit and maybe bring home Pizarro. Just outside, ball 1, and that is not the first time that Beatrice has thought he's been able to walk off on a called 3rd strike, but has to throw another pitch. Beatrice with 4 strikeouts thus far, looking for number 5, and that'll be fouled off. History doesn't always repeat itself, but it quite often rhymes. Big gap in right center. Fouled off. I mean, when you've got a sidearmer, submariner like Beatrice going as deep into the game as he has thus far, if he completes this, he's at 3 innings pitched right now. You never see that from a side armor. There is action warming for the Braves down the left field line. This is grounded to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Fire onto first in time. 3 1/3 scoreless innings of relief for Curtis Beatrice thus far. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Once again, another chance for the Braves to walk it off. 3-3 between the A's and Braves in Game 2 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. LSP is the live event specialists. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming, tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. And I'm just going to let you know that Johnny Cash's rendition of God's Gonna Cut You Down is playing in the background as I'm about to turn off the mic. And look who's back on the mound. P.J. Brown, you madman. So here we go to the bottom of the 8th. Rizzuto to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a walk sandwiched between 2 flyouts to right. And that'll be on the inside corner. First strike one is P.J. Brown, who I thought was cooked after 5 2/3. As this is into right center field, and this will get down for a base hit. Winning run aboard to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Braves. As Rizzuto picks up his first base hit, and he's now 1 for 3. I thought Brown was cooked after 5 2/3, gave up the 2 tying runs, but finished the 6th and got through the 7th in order. Yes, here's Casquone, and he comes up empty at a high one for strike one. Casquone is 0 for 3 with a ground out to short, a ground out to first, and a pop up to second. Return throw to first. Safe! Mcgowan Conran wanted the call. I think the umpire ruled that he lifted his foot off the bag. I think that was the ruling. So, because if he keeps his foot on the bag, I'm pretty sure that's a double play. But regardless, runner on first, 1 out now. As Casquone is 0 for 4, but is on base for the first time. And here's Liam Sears, who got that 2-out nobody on rally, started back in the 6th with a walk. And that'll be on the inside corner for strike one. This is grounded to second. Another chance for 2. To Pizarro for 1, and now he's just going to eat it. So Sears aboard. Jimenez? Yeah? Yep. All right, so it's Jimenez. We'll get his first at bat. Pinch ran for Smith in the 6th after Smith singled, and then came around to score the tying run on a wild pitch. And he fouls that one straight back for strike 1. If we go to the top of the 9th, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up for the A's. McGowan, Conran, Donahoe, and Patron. Jimenez takes ball 1. Jimenez, 958 OPS in the regular season, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 18 RBIs, bat 355, and takes ball 2. Jimenez was 1 for 6 in the regular season against the A's, with no walks, 3 runs, and 2 strikeouts. The count is now 2-2. Fouled off again. Kyle Halloran, who singled home Sears back in the 6th, is due up next. Brown into his 8th inning of work. Winning run at first. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout. Got him with the changeup. And we play on into the night. After 8 complete, still 3-3 between the A's and the Braves. How long do we have this field till? This is the Park League Championship Series on LSP. For Concede Collection, lsp37.creatorspring.com for merchandise, and email samfieldpbp@gmail.com to purchase a DVD of most past LSP video broadcasts. Eight, 9, and 1 due up. McGowan, Conran, Donahoe, and Patron for the A's. And if anybody gets on, Alex Wong. Curtis Beatrice is back out there. Oh, it is? Oh. Oh, I had Beatrice. 10 was Beatrice on my program. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can see that. So my mistake. It's actually been Quinn Cleary for the last 4 innings, folks. My mistake, but that'll be 1-1 now. The count to Ryan McGowan Conran, who is 1 for 3 with a single. As he gets this one into right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. So the leadoff man aboard for the A's. And this actually marks the first time since the third inning that the A's have had the leadoff man aboard. So McGowan Conran's 2 for 4. Here is Michael Donahoe, and I think the entire city of Boston is expecting a bunt here. He does get it down, but it is a foul ball. Home plate umpire ruled he Catcher Joyce fielded it in foul territory, so strike one. Donahoe hit into a double play in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. He had a comebacker to the pitcher, Cleary. In the sixth. Outside throw down to first and back safely. Is Mcgowan Conran as the count moves to 1-1. Cleary, now that we have an accurate picture of who's on the mound. In the regular season, nine appearances, 1-1 with one saved, a 1.24 ERA, and 17 innings, allowed 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned, walked 4, and struck out 32. The count is 1-2, and now the bunt will be off here for Donahoe. Cleary's longest outing of the regular season was 3 innings, each of his first 2 appearances of the season against TJO on May 31st and Mass Envelope Grossman Marketing on June 7th, as that misses inside to even the count at 2. Made 1 appearance against the A's in the regular season, when an inning and a third of scoreless, hitless ball with no walks and 2 strikeouts, and picks up a strikeout here for out number 1. And Donahoe is now 0 for 4 as we turn over the lineup. And for the 5th time tonight comes Ryan Patrone. 1 for 3, singled and scored in the first, hit by a pitch, stole a base and scored in the third, flew out to right in the 5th, and flew out to center in the 7th. And that'll be upstairs for ball 1. Still got Mcgowan Conran on first, after Donahoe was unable to get him over and ended up striking out. As that misses down it in, 2-0. At the top of the strike zone for strike 1. Patrone doesn't like the call, but still in the driver's seat at 2-1. And to answer the question I posed at the end of the bottom of the 8th inning, we have this field until 10:45 tonight, as that is fouled off, and the count will be 2-2. Last time I worked a game that had a postseason game that had to be suspended due to the lights going off. It was an epic one. It was Game 3 of the Intercity League Championship Series in 2015 in Morelli. This is up the middle and through for a base hit. Up to second goes Mcgowan Conran as the go-ahead run, as Patrone is now 2 for 4. And here is Alex Wong. Wong broken 0 for 3 by getting hit by a pitch. 2 innings ago. Left to center twice, ground out to short before that. Strike 1 to Wong. Got Mcgowan Conran at second and Patrone at first. Go ahead, run in scoring position as that is fouled into the screen to make it 0-2. We have had just 2 extra base hits this game, 1 by each team. Only one of them led to a run. That was Sears' triple, leading off the second. 1-2. Pizarro had a double with 2 outs last inning, but was stranded there. That was the first Extra base hit of the game, and thus far only extra base hit of the game for the A's. Fouled off. P.J. Brown's on deck. Nobody warming right now for either side. The real Beatrice is hot for the Braves. Gotcha. Okay. Good to know. Fly ball down the left field line and foul. Game 3 tomorrow night back here in Monan Park, weather permitting. Game 4, Town Field in Dorchester. And if necessary, games 5 through 7 back here at Monan Park Monday through Wednesday of next week. Now a 1-2. 2-2 to Alex Wong. Wong at an OPS of 1042 in the regular season. Full count with Brown on deck. Wong last year for the A's in the regular season, an OPS of 1163. And he just barely manages to get a piece of that. Postseason. In his career dating back to 2012, between the Park League, the Yawkey League, and the MABL and the MSBL, he's a career 345 hitter with 18 home runs in 313 games. And he takes ball 4. And it all comes circling back to P.J. Brown. But first, a mound visit. Brown has pitched so well tonight through 8 innings. Gave up the tying run in the bottom of the 6th, but settled down and got out of trouble in the bottom of the 8th after a leadoff single. Brown at the plate tonight, 1 for 3. Single, ground out to short, walk, stolen base, run scored, and a strikeout looking. Strike 1, okay. Sure, that works for you. Mcgowan Conran at third, Patron at second, Wong at first. And this is into left field for a base hit. In comes Conran. Oh. Now the question is, who's out? 1 run is scored. They threw back to third. Patron dove back into third after rounding it too hard, and then Wong came around second into third, and then he was tagged. So, yeah, Wong's out. Yeah. But, oh, God. Wow. So the A's do take the lead, but Wong hosed. So runners at the corners, 2 down. Brown picks up the RBI. Patron's at third. Mcgowan Conran scores. And, boy, all the drama. At 3 singles and a walk. as Brown picks up his second RBI of the game. And that'll be strike one to James Katsarobis. By the ninth, it'll be Halloran, Joyce, and Lindquist due up for the Braves. Fouled off, and the count will be 0-2. Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled off. 0-2 still. Katsarobis, 0 for 3. Had an RBI on a fielder's choice back in the first. Flew out to center in the third. Walked in the fifth, and struck out swinging in the eighth. Runner goes again. Pitches down and away, and it's going to be held on to by Joyce. So second and third now. And high for ball 2. Krista Giacomo on deck. With Patron at third and Brown at second, and fouled off. Patron now is 2 for 4 with a walk, 2 steals, a run, and 2 RBIs, and now he's in line for the win on the mound. E 2-2. Full count. This has to be Cleary's last batter, right? Has to be. This is up the middle. Shortstop's got it on to first in time. And the A's have to settle for 1 on 3 hits and a walk with 2 left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Closing time for the A's. It is the A's 4 and the Braves 3 in Game 2 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Well, he's going to try and finish it off again. P.J. Brown, 115 pitches through 8 innings, plus 2 singles and a walk, 2 steals, a run scored, and what is currently the go-ahead RBI. One of 2 RBIs he has tonight, in fact, both of which gave the A's the lead at the time. So we'll see how this one holds up as he faces 6, 7, and 8 in the Braves order. Halloran, Joyce, and Zupkis. Lindquist, rather. In the whole detective issue of the whole game of detective to determine whether the Braves batted out of order back in the a few innings ago, as I scratch out names, put them in the right place, and then Lindquist pinch hit for Zupkis, and I just out of place and everything. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. 2-0 the count to Kyle Halloran, who drove home a run his last time up back in the 6th, and that was the run that got to 3-2, as it is now 3-0 to Halloran. Halloran 1 for 2, fielder's choice, strikeout looking, single, and an RBI. Taken all the way for strike one. It's 3-1 to the Braves second baseman. Again, be followed by Joyce and Lindquist. As this is a slow roller to the left side. Pizarro's been great tonight. He throws on to first, and he airmails it. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think Halloran stepped on the first base bag running through first. So, but I don't know if the A's realize that, because they could have tagged him. He might have been out, but it is a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 9th. So here is Joyce, and he grounds this one over to the third base coach's box for strike one. But of course, Halloran did end up stepping on the bag. Was walking very slowly back to the bag, and the first baseman, again, Conran, never ended up tagging him. He just threw it straight back to the pitcher. Joyce 0 for 3, 2 groundouts, a pop up to short, throw over to first, and back safely is Halloran. Lindquist on deck, as it's a 1-1 count. Tying run at first. This is line right back. Oh, Pizarro let it go through his glove. And now it's bobbled in center field. No further advance, though, by Halloran. But, oh, my God. Pizarro has been great tonight defensively, and now suddenly he's got the yips. And we're going to have a pinch runner at first for Joyce. Who we got? Thank you. All right. So the pinch runner for Joyce is Thomas Byrne. He represents the winning run. Here is Lindquist. Mentioned his great numbers before, and he's going to try to give himself up. Scooped up at third, throw on to first, and they got him. Wow. Well, it gets the winning run into scoring position and the tying run to third. And it's going to be Thomas Fisher. But I mentioned Lindquist's great numbers. 500 batting average in 16 games at a 1294 OPS. They just had him lay one down. So here is Fisher, 0 for 3. Outside for ball one. Don't tell me I got another jersey number wrong. Byrne at second. 1-1 the count. Outside corner, strike 2. Oh. Not a good time to lose the strike zone. Fisher behind 1 and 2. Infield in. Make-up call, 2 and 2. Oh my God. This is only game 2. Game 1 was great last night. Game 2, oh my God. Fouled off. Oh my God. The leadoff hitter, Alex Haslam, is on deck. This is unbelievable. Brown comes set. Here it is. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Strike 3. 2 down. So after the tying and go-ahead runs reach base to begin the inning, it's now 2 down, and it's up to Alex Haslam. And he takes high for ball 1. Haslam is 0 for 4 at the top of the lineup. 2 strikeouts, a ground out to third, and a pop-up to second. Popped, foul, and out of play. We are approaching the 2.5-hour mark of this ball game. We start at 7:49. It's now 10:21. Oh my God! You can't be serious. You can't be serious. This is amazing. Boy, Anthony Rizzo wondering where was this umpire in the Bronx last night? To be fair, that was probably coming in a lot harder than any pitch Ryan Yarbrough has thrown in his life. So Ryan Yarbrough is the most infuriating pitcher to play against in the show. God. So, bases loaded, 2 out. Tying run at third, winning run at second. Steve Rizzuto, 1 for 3, 2 flights to right, a walk and a single. And he hits this one into shallow right. That is going to get in and out of the right fielder's glove. The Braves walk it off. The diving attempt by the catch of Chris DiGiacomo. It popped out of his glove. Both Halloran and Bird score. And this series is knotted at 1. Wow. Unbelievable. Steve Rizzuto. Oh, my heart weeps for P.J. Brown. Ends up going 8 2/3. Drives in what would have been the winning run in the top of the 9th. But a bloop single by Steve Rizzuto plates the tying and winning runs here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And this best of 7 Park League Championship Series between the Braves and A's is tied at a game apiece, with Game 3, weather permitting, tomorrow night back here at Monan. The winning pitcher is Quinn Cleary, going 4 1/3. And not allowing 1 run in that time frame. The loss goes to P.J. Brown, and the co-players of the game got to be Rizzuto and Cleary. Rizzuto ends up going 2 for 4 with a walk and 2 ribbies, including the game-winning ribby, and Quinn Cleary with the win in 4 1/3 innings of relief. 1-1. This series is tied. Game 3 again tomorrow night here at Monan. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes and beyond since 2011. Copyright 2022. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. Our next broadcast scheduled for tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series between the A's and the Braves. A's will be the home team for that one, but again, weather permitting, there is rain in the forecast tomorrow night in Boston. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com. On the LSP YouTube channel and subscribe. Thank you. All right, and be sure to follow and support LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37. Subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Monan Park at BC High in Boston, Mass. It is the EI Braves 5 and the Boston A's 4 in 9 innings. My name is Sam Feeler.